Strava versus Garmin.
Like, why can't we be friends? I swear, 50% of activities I see on my Strava feed have Runna in them.
And that's doing very poorly right now, the Runna application to the Strava thing. Strava's just not doing so hot right now because Garmin comprises, I think, over 60% of data to Strava.
And
I am fully on Team Garmin on this one.
Oh, I'm 100% Team Garmin. I view it as Strava for the last couple of years. They've been losing money. They've been doing bad. They made some bad acquisitions. They try to make up for it in other ways. They raised subscription costs. They added new subscription plan.
Do either of you pay a premium?
I used to. I don't anymore.
What happens when three runners
from different parts of the country
with different running stories
all get together?
Pure
RunTok
madness.
So listen in as we talk about all things running related.
And some things that maybe aren't running related.
As it's bound to be a good time. This is
RunTok Live.
What is up, and welcome to episode 60, the 60th episode of RunTok Live. Can you guys believe that? What is going on? How did we get here?
What age category is 60? Because
it's
if masters,
like great grandmasters, isn't it?
Nice.
Yeah,
it's
old.
Like
it's the old category.
Oh, wow.
Does anybody know their great grandfather anymore?
Listen,
Carolyn, you're probably the best hope we got here. Do you know a great grandfather or great grandmother?
I do, yeah.
All right, cool.
I do.
All mine are gone, but
all mine are gone too.
My great grandmother lived to like 93 or 4, I think. So she made a pretty good distance.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but my dad is almost that exact same age right now. So he's turning 91.
The great grandmasters or something like that. I don't know. I may have added an extra grade in there.
I'm sure they have it.
Anyway, how's the running going, y'all?
Carolyn, tell us about Carolyn had a trip. We all had a running adventure to talk about, but Carolyn tripped, took a little vacation for this. So.
I did. Yeah, I went to, technically the race was in Hampton Beach, New Hampshire, but I flew into Boston, did some sightseeing, walked the Freedom Trail, and then went to Salem. So it was really a runcation. Like, I know some people just fly in to run the race. No, I went to explore because I was like, I want to see Boston. I've never been. I had a lobster roll.
What a hot
else?
One or a cold one?
It was a cold one.
Okay, you gotta try the hot ones.
I don't know. I'm not a big seafood fan, so I was like, I kind of treated it like an episode of Fear Factor. And I was like, just eat the lobster roll. Don't think about it, because I'm not a big seafood fan.
So where was that? Where was that at?
I went to, it was called Luke's Lobster, right in the heart of Boston.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, when I ran Boston, we did a food tour of the north end of Boston, which is like the Italian neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Highly recommend that. I think that's a TripAdvisor thing. So you get on there and look up like North End Boston food tours. Yeah.
Have either of you been to the Cheers bar?
Yeah. We didn't go like all the way in when we went in there, but we like peeked our head in.
Yeah, and I had to be careful.
It was packed.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing. And I want to go back to Boston to run the marathon, and I would take my husband with me. So I really just told myself pick one thing. So I did the Freedom Trail tour and then kind of went to Salem. So
I think the trail, the Freedom, is that the one that kind of goes through downtown Boston?
Yes.
And you see all the historical sites, because that one you eventually pass there's two Cheers bars locations, but you eventually pass the main one. which is over by the there's like that big
Boston Gardens.
Yeah.
Yep. And I mean, I don't even know. Some dude asked a tour guide, "So where's the nearest bar?" And the tour guide was like, "You could it's across the street, pal. Google." Google Boston, and I want to say Boston is the city with the most bars per square mile. They were
I can see it, I guess. Yeah.
I was gonna say that or Nashville. I feel like Nashville's up there.
That's true. Nashville, and then Dublin is up there too.
Where's your Boston accent? You were there for a couple of days. You got to be coming back with that Boston accent.
Boston.
I lost it because the people in Hampton Beach don't have accents, so I lost it, man.
Lost over the course of the marathon.
There, I don't follow baseball that well, but I think the Yankees and the Red Sox were playing in their the wild card round or something of the playoffs. Yep.
I looked up tickets. Back row was $200. So I was like, because TD Garden, you pass the whole arena. You pass going in and out of the city. But I was like, I don't know if I can deal with Boston traffic, all that, because I was staying an hour outside of Boston. It's like I don't want to deal with that traffic more than I have to. But,
it's Boston Yankees in a playoff game. That's just gonna be insanely expensive.
Yeah.
But I did go to Harvard. I got my Harvard sweatshirt. So
did you get your degree?
No, I have taken an online course at an Ivy League, though. It wasn't Harvard, but
Can you confirm if there are any Reese Witherspoon statues on that campus?
Okay. So I did go on the 25th anniversary of Gilmore Girls. Okay, and that's based around Harvard.
Chase is practicing his karate skills on our recording. You're listening and wondering what that slap was.
Gnat flying around. I don't know if I got him.
You got to see it, but
yeah, that was wild.
That thing's been bugging him since before we logged on.
Yeah.
True story. So did you go for a run at Harvard, or you just visit Harvard?
Just visited.
Get a sweatshirt.
Just visited and got my sweatshirt.
All right.
So, but it was fun. Half marathon was horrible. The course was great, but I did not hydrate the whole weekend. Did not eat a lot the whole weekend because I was running around. So yeah, did not have a good race. But
that's the problem with a racecation, right? Sometimes you get busy with all the vacation and you don't think about the
Yep. But was not going for a personal record anyways. But so 10 out of 10 would recommend a trip to the Northeast if you get a chance. So.
And Chase, you ran a half.
This past weekend, yes. That was in Indianapolis. It was the Indy Half at Fort Bend. So it's the first part of the Indython event. So this will prelude into the monumental. But I've talked about Fort Bend a lot on here. It is my favorite race. I love the course. It's beautiful. Just through Fort Harrison State Park up there. And yeah, it's just a gorgeous course. It's really hilly and challenging. So, and it was a rather hot day for the beginning of October. So the conditions weren't really primed to run a PR or anything. So I was just I was using it as a gauge to see what kind of shape I was in for the monumental here in another month.
Yeah, you ran a great time, my friend. 1:20.
Yeah, that's kind of about where I would like to see my marathon time at. So, obviously not 1:20, but
1:20.
1:20, 1:21 for a marathon, whatever. But anyway.
Slow day for you. Yeah.
But but I did want to like kind of take it at marathon pace and see how that felt. I would have liked it to feel a little bit easier, but again, it's a really hilly course and it was a hot day, so it's important to take those things into account. I ran into a few people like Allie Brettnacher, who I did the podcast with, the Finish Lines and Milestones podcast. She said the same thing. It was a hot day. And then Tracy, Indiana runner girl too. She's pretty big on Instagram, saying the same stuff. Like none of us just really had a good day there.
But hey, I mean, if you were to have a bad race, I'm glad it was weeks before Indy. So you got all that out of the way.
I do, and I've got like this week. I've actually missed the last 2 days. I haven't ran in a couple days. But
Me too.
Yeah, I know, Jake. Sorry, we'll get to your sad story. But here on Sunday, I'm leaving for Greece, so that's like my legs are gonna get a real nice break for a few days there. I mean, I'm sure I'll run, but it's vacation, and I've given up. I gave up a long time ago trying to like stick to a training plan on vacation. Just doesn't work.
You're going to Greece. You're going to the Olympic capital.
That's right. Going to Athens, spending a day there, and then we're gonna hit up the island of Santorini for a few days. And just
this is going to be a dumb question. Does the city of Marathon still exist?
I think it does. Good question.
I mean, I'm sure there's other like cities and towns around the world named Marathon, but like the Marathon, does it still exist?
Marathon Greece. It does exist. Marathon Greece. Yes, you can stay at a lovely Marathon Palace. Is that a hotel? It is a 1-star hotel.
40 kilometers northeast of Athens.
Yes.
So, I don't think I'll be making that trek.
I mean, you're there, Chase. You're there. You live once.
Mm-hmm.
It's 40 kilometers away. It's an entire marathon away from Athens.
Yeah, this would be just call it a filler marathon. Right?
Depending on traffic, what, 30-minute drive?
You gotta look up what the first guy did, what his time was, and then you just gotta beat it.
Now,
we were marathon DNF. Okay, sorry to be morbid, but first guy that ran really DNF that thing.
DNF. I think he did finish. He just died upon arrival.
I was gonna say like DNS, like did not survive. Or...
Yeah, there you go. But no, we booked it through a travel agent. So like originally she was trying to have us do this trip up through Greece that might have gone up through there, but we would have been like staying at a different place every night, and that's just not that sounds exhausting to me. I don't know about anybody else, but I don't want to do that. So yeah, anyway, a day in Athens and then 4 days on the island.
That'll be cool. I'm jealous, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man, it's been 5 years in the making because this was supposed to be our honeymoon.
Yeah.
But 5-year anniversary, obviously do the math. We got married in October of 2020, so there wasn't any major traveling happening at that time. But yeah, it should be a good time.
And I get what you're saying too, where it's hard to stick to a training regimen when you travel, when you go on vacation.
Yeah, the best I hope for anymore is to just go with the intention of trying to get a couple runs in and seeing what happens, and worst case scenario, I get out and run a couple miles a couple times and it's not really much of a workout, but it's something. And then best case scenario, I kind of get like a running tour of the island or wherever I'm staying. So I did when I was talking with Allie Brettnacher on Saturday at the race about it, she was telling me that she booked a running tour. I can't remember where she said she was going, but it was like a running tour. It was like a 25-mile like running tour around a city, wherever she was going. I think it was Montreal, something like that. It was some big city. But
I could see that. Like, I don't know if you guys have been to Montreal, but it's pretty scenic. to go check that out in like Quebec, which is not too far from it. Like it's a cool area. And they have
maybe I should
rock and
start
roll.
looking into some running tours instead.
Montreal has a rock and roll marathon there.
Do they really?
It's part of their rock and roll series. So that's where we went, ironically, we went to Quebec, Quebec City, for our honeymoon. And we went and visited Montreal, which is basically Greece. Not really.
France?
Same climate, everything.
Not really. I do remember I went to a comic book shop when I was there, and all the comics were like not American comics, and I was rather disappointed with that. They're like, it was like Spider-Man, but like their version of Spider-Man.
Le Spider-Man.
Yeah. I was like, no, I think I'm good. I don't know if this stuff holds actual value. But I brought it up. I met another cool Jacob. So I went to Chicago for work this last week.
I refuse to believe that there is another cool Jacob out there.
Yeah, it's the Jacobs, man. Jacobs or Jacobs, whatever you want to call them, you know? My wife pointed out the other day, we were watching Lost, and one of the guy, like the main bad guy's names that you find out like in season 2 is Jacob. And she goes, have you ever noticed that the villain in every movie we watch is named Jacob? I was like, yeah, you're not wrong. Actually, you're not wrong. It's always a Jacob that's a bad guy. I met a guy who works with me. He works at the same company that I work. So we were all there for like a team building thing. And someone else pointed him out. He's like, hey, have you met Jacob Moran? I was like, no. He goes, yeah, he's trying to qualify for the Olympic trials. I was like, oh, sweet. All right, let me talk to this guy. And I meet him, and he just ripped, he's the complete opposite of me when it comes to body shape. But he walked into the gym, was doing his strength stuff, and I got to talking with him, and he's a javelin guy. And does it at a pretty high level, and he got injured, I guess, this last season, so he kind of missed his shot at or this last trial period, I guess, so he missed his shot, so he's trying for it at this next trial period. But we follow each other on Instagram now. He's got some legit stuff. I'm pretty excited to kind of see his journey and hopefully get him to the trials.
Javelin's an interesting one. I didn't. Indiana does not. I don't think we do. I don't think we do javelin. If we did, maybe we didn't have it at my high school. But anyway, like I just wasn't around it a whole lot. So that's one of those events I don't know a whole lot about.
Yeah, I don't know. In California, so a long time ago, you used to be able to do javelin in high school. And then I don't know if it's like it nationwide, but in California, they did away with it back in my high school days. So back in the 90s, they got rid of javelin, the safety risk and things like that. So I never, and then on our college team, there just wasn't really a presence that stands out that makes me remember the javelin experience there. So I don't have a lot of knowledge around it either, but respect anybody that can do it nonetheless. So no, that was pretty cool getting to meet him. So hopefully maybe we get him on our podcast sometime.
Did you guys see the recent news that came out about there being talks of holding some field events or maybe some track and field events outside of like the track stadium for the LA Olympics?
No, what's going on?
They're just talking about like maybe having some events like not in the stadium, like right? Like you can technically do a lot of those things any place, right? They do pole vaulting competitions all the time in like malls and stuff in Europe. So yeah, that's what they're talking about.
Did they say
my first thought when I heard that was, yes, I really want to see Mondo Duplantis break the pole vault world record for the 19th time above a Venice sunset. Like that would be freaking killer.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Did they say why?
Like on a
Or
beach.
like
Yeah.
what their reasoning is for it?
Just popularity and just trying to shake things up a little bit.
Yeah. That sounds so fun. Tickets do go on sale in January for the Olympics.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah. I told you I'm trying to volunteer, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Are you like, what stage are you at with that?
They haven't released volunteer applications just yet. But I was wondering, could I get tickets? Because I mean, you have to get them for specific events.
Mm-hmm.
So like, let's say, and you can't, I guess, I don't think you have a huge say over your volunteer event either, or like your shift either. So I'm like, maybe if I just get tickets to an event, and if I need to sell those tickets, or if I can't go, or if I don't even get a volunteer spot, at least I have tickets. So just kind of weighing my options.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, track and field apparently are easier to get than like volleyball or any of the other popular.
Well, I would think there'd be more seating, right? If there's a track and field event, is going to be in like the biggest stadium too, because that's where a lot of times they do like the opening ceremonies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like a lot of times the track and field events are like the biggest stadium for the Olympics. So that kind of makes sense that there'd be more tickets available.
Yeah, that. But no, yeah, the hardest ones to get are volleyball, and then I believe soccer. So
I wonder with like soccer, do they know like the locations of where they're going to play the games at already?
I don't know.
Because I remember we did. So we went to the Olympics. My family did in Atlanta in '96, and we had a soccer match, but it wasn't in Atlanta. It was, I think, in Birmingham, Alabama, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I feel like now they build like they'll build new fields just for certain events. So I don't know if that's the case for soccer, but like kind of like they did with the new kayaking event, right? Like they had to build a whole new system for the kayaking. And, yeah,
I'm sure they'll utilize whatever, because like a lot of the reasoning though for like the application process for hosting the Olympics is you have to have X amount of these facilities within such and such a range.
Yeah. It'll be cool. I really hope to make it out there for something. And I mean, I have my top picks. Like obviously I'd like to go to watch some track events. My dream would be to go watch the 1500 or whatever, but is that going to happen? Who knows? But I'll go watch anything. Like it's the Olympics. Watching any athlete at their highest level perform in a once in a 4-year opportunity, like that's a pretty big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. It'd be cool to watch the marathon though. Just be somewhere on the course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be interesting.
So I'm injured.
Yeah, you're injured. You haven't ran in a few days, have you?
I ran in a couple days, and even prior to that, like prior to the injury, I had to take a couple days, kind of like what you were talking about. I was in Chicago for work, and I just couldn't run like the schedule that I wanted to run while I was there. So I ran one day while I was in Chicago, and I was there for 3. So 2 days off there, and then I ran a warm up and then a mile on Sunday before I hurt myself. So this one I think is going to have me out. I've been playing it day by day, but I'm on going into day 3 now. It's not. I'm supposed to do a race Thursday night, and I'm gonna have to tell our coach, our team captain, because it's a corporate race, so they expect everybody from all the teams to race. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it, so I'm probably gonna go there and cheer people on and kind of help out and stuff like that. But yeah, it's right at the. I don't know how to describe it. Like it's the top of my foot, like right. I'm gonna get a little graphic here and show you guys, but it is I can't even show you. There it is. It's this
Don't
part.
injure yourself trying to show us your injury.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, but it's like the, I don't know how to describe it. Like this bone that's right there at the top of my foot where it goes into my shin. It's very weird. Like I can walk on it fine, but the moment I try to do anything fast, it hurts. Like that requires more flexion. So, yeah, it kind of stinks. Considering I just signed up for 4 big races and then bragged about it on TikTok. And one of those races is the marathon, which I'm going to intend to use as a Boston qualifier for 2027. And that race is in 2 months. So, well, 2.5 months.
What was that?
It's the Ameris Marathon.
Oh, okay, in Jacksonville. Yeah.
Well, I might be looking at another week off, I'm guessing. And then I might have to kind of do a fresh build.
Oh, that's a bummer, dude. Oh. Carolyn, you there?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and mark this.
Okay.
So he can hop back in. But yeah, I'm looking at LA registration tickets. They open January of 2026.
And that's just for the ticket lottery or whatever?
Yeah. Let's see. You register for the ticket draw where the registration period ends. And then they send you an email if you've been assigned a time slot during one of the ticket drops. But from what somebody was saying in Paris, it was pretty easy to get tickets the day of or the day before for most of the events.
I'm sure there's hawkers every other sporting event, right?
God, Hawker pisses me off. So between you and me, I loved the guy, respected the guy before this DNQ, and then he doesn't even own it. I mean,
well, what did he do? I don't know that I necessarily saw that. What is it that you're so upset about?
it's just the way he just seems so cocky and he can't be touched. And it pisses me off. And because I was seeing he went on a podcast, and I think it was with Sidious. Hi, welcome back.
Yeah, I saw where he was on.
Yeah, and he they were asking about the DNF, and he didn't even own it. It was no, I shouldn't have gotten the DNF. Really? And I don't know. It just he seems to be getting arrogant, and it's it's a different arrogance than Noah Lyles for me.
I think he's always kind of had that in him, if you ask me. But
I'm going to pull.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. I got kicked off. So.
No, it's all right. We can.
We took a pause.
Yeah.
I got kicked off. I thought you were talking about me for a second. You said DNF, getting arrogant. I said, well, I had a DNF too. I don't think I was arrogant, though.
Cocky son of a bitch.
Yeah, it was different. Speaking of Jakob, Ingebrigtsen, I feel like when he didn't do very well in his competitions, he was like, yeah, I had a bad race. I'm still going to keep training. And it was, I don't know, it might be comparing apples to oranges, but Cole just started pissing me off.
I would have to watch that. I didn't watch that interview, so I'm not really sure. I mean, the interview that I saw of him, he didn't own it, like you said, but he wasn't really dismissive of it either. So, I think that his actions spoke louder than anything else, right? He came into that 5,000 and just took it, and he even whipped around the outside of everybody. He even made sure not to even touch that inside lane. So, so it was just kind of to me, that was him saying okay, yeah, whatever, I'm gonna get mine one way or the other.
Yeah.
But
For sure. I don't know. I'm a Cole
we can
Harper
mark
fan.
this and go back to Jake talking about his
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and mark
broken
this.
foot.
Add marker. Okay, so you're doing the Ameris Marathon, Jake. So what other races are you doing after that? You said you had 4 big races.
Well, the Ameris Marathon was one, Gate River, the one that we're all going to be together as a family again. One big happy family was the other one. This one was actually the Alter Ego one where I sustained my injury was one of them. And then the Angry Tortoise 25K, which is a trail race that I do. So Gate River, Angry Tortoise, I have time. Those are after the new year. The Ameris Marathon, we're going to be cutting it close, with this setback, and depending on how long this setback really is, because it's hard to gauge right now.
When's the Ameris Marathon?
I want to say it's like December 12th.
Okay.
Around there. It's usually the second weekend of December.
Okay.
So we'll see. I mean, I think my injury will be gone by then, but will I be in shape by then with the setback is the question.
Yeah, and will you still have retained all the fitness and strength that you need to finish a full marathon? Because let's be real, the older we get, the harder it is to come back from those injuries.
Trust me. Yeah. Yeah. So we were talking about. So I moved into a new age group, and
yeah, you did.
Yeah, that last week, and my wife, who does, she doesn't know, right? She just thinks, oh, you're moving into a new age group, it's going to be easier. No, it's going to be harder. That's why I moved to Florida, because the competition here is so steep, especially in the Masters group. Like, no, I'll be lucky to place top 5 on any given race now. Like, it gets quicker. So, I mean, Jeff Tomaszewski, who we've had on this podcast, he talked about Boston. Like, he's in that age group with me, for a couple of years. He ran a 2:38 marathon. Like, no, I'm not beating that guy right now. Neil Chandler, he's still going. He's not in that age group. He's 51, but he's 51 and he's still running a sub 5 mile. So, we got some
impressive.
Yeah, we got some quick guys for sure. Matt Conant. So the winners of the Alter Ego 10-mile race that we just did, in the top 5, 3 of them were Masters runners. In the top 5 overall, 3 of them were Masters. There's Matt Conant, Kyle Davis, and I want to say Chris was the other one. I always forget his last name. We call him the bearded runner. And actually, I don't think he's Masters. I think he's in his 30s. But still, it's a good Masters running scene here. Well, yeah.
And Masters is 40 plus, right?
Masters is 40 plus.
40 plus.
Listen,
that means I am in the Masters division now.
Chase is in the old man era now of running. Still running a 1:20 half marathon, and that wasn't even pure race pace for him.
It was a hilly course. It was a hot day, right? So, but no, I did. So I texted my wife. Let me find it here. I said first 40 plus because I couldn't use Masters with her, like you said, Jake. She didn't know what the hell that means.
Yeah.
So I said first 40 plus, best of the old guys, and she was just like, "Good job, old man."
Nice.
Yeah.
Way to go, old guy.
So yeah, I was in the Indy half this weekend. I was the first person. Let me double check that again because I'm looking at it right now.
You should be getting an award.
You should be getting a nursing home invitation.
Hey now,
whoa,
whoa, dang! I was trying to deny the Masters. I ended up with 1:20.49, 6:10 pace, 15th overall, 14th male. I got beat by a girl, man. First 40 to 44. There's
Nice.
the age group there. So
That's still
all right,
like
6:10 pace. So yeah,
Impressive.
I'm
I'll
probably
take it. I'm hoping that I can hold that kind of a pace throughout the marathon
yeah.
next month, but we'll see. We'll see.
I will not be holding that pace for the marathon, even if I wasn't injured. Like that's not on the cards for me. I'm in the 640, 645 goal range is what I would like to be at.
Well, I told you guys I had to qualify for New York, and as we discovered a few episodes ago,
13.
it's gonna be a little harder than I realized. So I gotta get myself a nice little buffer.
Also, I want to just recognize the fact that while Chase and I are both masters runners, I am still older than Chase. So, but Chase is definitely, I don't want to say pound for pound, like year for year, you're still faster than me, like no matter how you look at it.
Whatever, man.
Hey, before we move on to our next subject, which I hope it's what I think it's going to be, I got to do a product placement, and this is you guys have probably heard of this. I haven't. I've the last 2 days I've had this bucked up drink. Oh my god, it's so good! Why have I never heard of this before?
They're an energy drink. I think they have I think they do like a pre-workout thing too.
They
So
do.
I
They
guess
had a bunch of
they
like energy stuff and pre-workout, but
yeah.
this is their carbonated protein drink,
Yeah.
which I had never heard of a carbonated protein drink before. So I was like, oh, I love carbonation. I don't like protein shakes. Like, let me see if this does the trick for me. And it's freaking delicious. So you laugh, and now I get it. So I posted a video on TikTok about Bucked Up, and I was like, yeah, let me test this out. I've never heard of that. Have you? And one of the comments was from some smart ass. Was like, oh, if you don't know what Bucked Up is, you don't work out. I was like, saying, well,
Hey,
I don't hit the gym, if that's what you're saying, but
Come on, dog. That's bucked up.
they've been all over TikTok lately, and I was like, let me just try these guys. And so I got the variety pack from them. And well, first I bought the energy drink, and then they sent me the variety pack for this before I even received my energy drink. So I got this before, and I got a whole case of Bucked Up from Bucked Up protein from the company. Now I feel bad because I never heard of them, and they sent me this. So, and the
Bucked up.
energy drinks haven't arrived yet.
Protein energy drinks. Protein comes in all shapes and sizes anymore. First Form is getting ready to drop a new flavor of Formula One Clear, which is their clear protein. It's called Rainbow Sherbet. So you remember when you were kids and you liked that rainbow sherbet that came in that clear plastic tub, the one that your mom would rinse out once it was all gone and then use it as a leftovers container. Usually sit in the fridge for about 6 months with the same thing in it, and then you had to throw it all out, clean it out again, and do the whole thing over again. That rainbow sherbet from your childhood. It's going to be delicious. So you should check it out.
I hope it's going to be
the way that Chase delivered that,
right.
it was like a QVC. And the way that you did, Jake, it was like, I mean, try Bucked Up. Like, you're not. Wow.
Hopefully that Freeform Clear is more successful than Pepsi Clear was back in the day.
No, Formula One Clear is their clear protein. They've already got a few flavors in it.
Okay.
Right now, my favorite's strawberry limeade. I also like the tropical punch. That one's really good too right now. So I haven't gotten my rainbow sherbet yet, so I haven't tried it, but guarantee it's going to be good. I'll throw some posts up here about it in the next couple days with a QR code link.
I'm gonna have to try it. I'm in a try new things era right now. I just want to try new things.
It's been my favorite, and this is kind of no joke. I am a First Form guy, obviously, but I've been drinking Formula One Clear as my pre, during, and like post run drink, and it just satisfies all of those levels because it's got branched chain amino acids in it that can help your body like get all the things that it needs to flowing through your body the way that it's supposed to. And then the protein is fast digesting, so it's good for during your workout and after, so you're going to be getting that protein in you really good. So and it settles really easy. So I know I sound like a salesman here, and I'll finish my sales pitch now, but I like Formula One
Hey,
Clear.
that's what we're about, talking about the product too. You know, a lot of people
Formula One Clear is my jam. So if you're a First Form fan, that is definitely one to check out.
Carolyn, have you ever used, Chase, I'm pretty sure you've used this, but Carolyn, have you ever used Element?
Yes.
1,000 milligrams of sodium in those packets. 1,000 milligrams. For the Texans and for the Floridians and Southerners, that is fantastic, especially in the summertime when you are sweating your you know what off.
Yeah. So it always tastes really salty for me.
Well, it is.
And
It's super salty.
but somebody told me when I first tried Element, they're like, if you need more sodium, it's gonna taste salty. If you have enough sodium in your body, it tastes sweet. And I mean, initially the first few sips, it always tastes salty to me, but then it just tastes super sweet. And I was like, I can't, that's whiplash, man. Like, I don't know.
What I tell people, if they haven't done Element before, done that high of a salt content before, because 1,000 milligrams is no joke. Like, you think of most other energy mix-ins, it's like 200 milligrams, right? 250 milligrams. So this is 1,000 milligrams. It's gonna taste salty. Like, there's no hiding that. But what I tell people is dilute it at first, right? Do half a packet in a bottle, until you're used to it, and then kind of work your way up. Kind of like Keith Brantley said, right? The secret to pollution is dilution. So, or the solution to pollution is dilution. Dilute it, until, and then kind of just work your way up to that high salt content, because it's heavy, but it's good for, like, especially in the summertime, especially for the South or just anywhere, it's good.
Underrated too, and you guys won't really have to deal with this the same way that I will, but hot beverage. Try Element in hot water. It makes like a freaking especially like the raspberry salt. Makes delicious hot beverage.
I haven't tried that.
Yeah. In the wintertime, that's like my jam. Because, a lot of people talk about how in the winter you're not getting as much water anyway, right? Because you don't think about it as much. You're not as thirsty. So, that was something that I started doing a couple winters ago.
I would definitely try that.
Well, now that we've all done our product pitches,
we didn't do Alter Ego or a hat company.
We're all sporting some new hats here.
All right, go.
Yeah, the new thing, the new battle in the running world: Strava versus Garmin.
Strava versus Garmin.
What are your guys' thoughts?
Like, why can't we be friends?
Because everybody wants their dollar, right? Everybody wants their dollar.
You know who needs to enter the ring if we're doing Garmin and Strava is Runna. Because everybody... Well, okay, yeah.
Strava bought Runna.
Yeah.
Oh. That's right, they did. Okay, so that would explain Runna exiting the ring. Because everybody... I mean, I swear, 50% of activities I see on my Strava feed have Runna in them.
Yeah.
I'm like,
well, and that's doing very poorly right now, the Runna application to the Strava thing. So not going very well.
No.
So Strava's just not doing so hot right now. And I think in order for them to gain a little bit of more standing or something, I don't know what they're doing, honestly, because I've been off the Strava train for a while. Ever since they started doing that wacky subscription cost thing that they were doing.
I hate it.
But no, so just to kind of, I had it pulled up here a minute ago, but so Strava is suing Garmin because Garmin, that what they're claiming is Garmin took two copyright things from them. The first being heat maps, and then the second being segments. Now, the ironic thing is Garmin actually came out with both of these things before Strava did.
Yep.
But
Strava
filed the patents. Yep. So, none of the... Strava's actually owned these patents since 2015 and 2017, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So they've owned them for quite a few years. What's bringing this to light now is, I don't know if you've seen other things, but like now some of your Strava photos, anytime you share from your Strava feed, there's supposed to be, or Garmin was trying to have a deal done where anything that you post from Strava that came from Garmin data had to be identified with a Garmin watermark. So when Garmin said, hey, put our watermark on all this stuff, because Garmin comprises, I think, over 60% of data to Strava. So it's a ridiculous thing that they're even doing. But so when Garmin said, hey, give us money, do this for us, Strava was like, whoa, no, we want our money.
Yep.
So,
and
I am fully on Team Garmin on this one.
Oh, I'm 100% Team Garmin. I view it as Strava for the last couple of years, and you kind of touched on it. Strava's been losing money. They've been losing money. They've been doing bad. They made some bad acquisitions. They tried to make up for it in other ways. They raised subscription costs. They added new subscription plans, right? They've made it, I don't want to say they've made it less user-friendly, because that's the same, but they just made it less accessible or less desirable because of those costs. Garmin.
Like, what, do either of you pay a premium?
I used to. I don't anymore.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, what are you getting from the premium? Like, I know I wasn't getting anything from it whenever I was paying from it. I've done the free trial a few times, and it's nothing.
Well, it's not so much that. It's what are you getting that you can't get from Garmin, right?
Yeah.
So if it wasn't offered anywhere else, like if I wasn't getting those health stats, those cadence stats, like all those things that Garmin doesn't make me pay for, then I would pay a subscription for it, because I want that stuff. But the problem is we get it already. Like I don't need it extra. I don't need to see it twice on Strava. Everything else, to your point, I don't know what else I'm paying for that makes it worth that. I don't remember what it is, like $49 a year now, or whatever it was.
It depends. It varies on your location, which is part of the reason that I don't like it, because it all varies. So like if there's more runners, so you guys would in theory pay more because you live in areas with more runners. So since you have a bigger network to connect with, they're going to charge you more than they're going to charge me.
Yep. Well, my other thing is, so obviously this is between Garmin and Strava, and you brought up Runna, Carolyn, who was acquired by Strava. But there are other companies and apps out there that are doing this also that Strava is not going after, because they're not as big. They're not Garmin, right? So I think of Interval as another one, INTVL. I'd have fun with that one. That's a territory. You heat map and then you claim territories with it. No battle there. There's what's the other one?
Yeah, and I've got another one that
There's another one, WAND. That's the one that I'm tracking. So I'm trying to run every road in Fleming Island. Granted, it's not an app; it's strictly a website that you go to, but it uses heat mapping. Like that's what it does. I believe there's a partnership with Wanderer and Strava, though, so that, again, I don't know what that looks like from a legality perspective. My point is, Garmin isn't the only one that's doing this. It's just Garmin's the big name that's doing it.
Mm-hmm. And again, Garmin comprises a huge percentage of Strava's data. So, like, for them to even, try to alienate Garmin is just insane.
Garmin came first. Like that's like Strava came after Garmin. So, and for Garmin to do what Strava is expecting them to do, which is to stop offering those programs on their watches, they'd have to recall so much product. Like it would be like Garmin. I don't see how they would be able
Well,
to
at the very least, it would be a huge change to their operating system, right? And
Yeah.
huge, software updates, and it's insane.
No one is going to win in this situation. That's the reality. Strava wins, Garmin loses, and runners lose. And if runners lose, Strava loses because no one's going to want to be, siding with Strava at that point. Garmin wins, Strava's going to back down. There's going to be runners mad at that too. Like no one's going to win in this situation.
I'm back on the Garmin, not because of this, but because I recently got a new watch. My Forerunner 955 that I'd had for 3 years stopped being able to charge for me, so I hit up Garmin chat and they issued the warranty for me, so I got a brand new one for $150.
And Garmin has the best customer service.
It was pretty decent. And I was happy with that, so I was very, very pleased. So yeah,
I've
same
heard
watch.
of them replacing watches that are 6-7 years old.
Yeah, so like that's what made me kind of reach out to him. So I ran into when I did the Colts 5K, like a month and a half ago or so. The girl that I was talking to there, her mom had a damaged Garmin that wasn't even in production anymore, and they sent her a new like upgrade, just the whatever new one they had. So I was like, "That's sweet." So yeah, I'm happy with $150 new watch. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Considering I was ready to spend like $500 on a new one. So,
what are you using, Carolyn?
I have the Garmin 265S, and I love it.
Yeah, there's so many watches. Yeah, definitely Team Garmin here on this one, and I hope they work it out and I don't have to choose a side, but I'm choosing a side right now, and it's Garmin. I like Strava. Like I use Strava, but
Strava is great for the social media purpose and not just connecting with other people, but like sharing your experiences too. Like Strava's top notch on that, no doubt. But like I'm not going to pay for your premium service, and if that's what you want and that's what you're trying to get out of us, then whatever. But
some of my favorite things that I personally use Strava for is the social media purpose, right? Seeing other runners. You can do that on Garmin, but it's a little bit harder to do, I feel like. But I like the clubs that you can set up in Strava. Like, so we have our first place sports team club, and so we're all in there and we can see where we're at mileage wise, and that's kind of neat. And you can join a ton of clubs. And I do like segments. I like the segment competition thing. Like that's fun to do. As cheesy as it sounds, I like the year in review that they do, like the little video review that they do at the end. It's pretty neat. Again, I imagine any company can do that, but right now Strava does it, and I like it. So,
yeah, and the challenges are really fun too. Like, they're doing one with Cliff Bars, and then there's another one with Kodiak cakes. It's so cool because that's actually how I found out about the feed. Just the challenges on Strava are my favorite.
Yep.
Well, and maybe I'm not as involved in them as I used to be, but like that's what brought me to Strava in the first place was a lot of these challenges. Like Under Armour, Strava's the reason that I wear Under Armour stuff. Like I got so much Under Armour discounts in the first couple of years that I had Strava just by running. And I think the challenges have gotten a little bit more challenging, which is probably appropriate.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying that it shouldn't be, but just those early years, man, I was getting a lot of cheap Under Armour stuff, SIS gels. I was getting a lot of those. But yeah, I feel like the challenges have gone downhill from my perspective.
Yeah. I remember they used to do one for the New York City Marathon. Like you could sign up for the 5K or like run the virtual marathon, and I think you would get an entry in the following year. But you had to like complete the challenge, you had to submit your time, but you're right, I think they've kind of become low effort.
Well, hopefully they figure it out, right?
Mhm.
I think it's going to be one of those things where they settle it quietly. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, whatever.
I just
Just
don't
figure
want
it
to
out.
find out one day when all of a sudden my run won't sync to data or sync to Strava from my Garmin watch. And now, because that happens periodically, and now I'm going to be like, oh, this must have gone downhill. must
Yeah, it
oh,
happens like twice a year, and everybody freaks
well, it
out.
happens. I think more than that even. Like it just randomly will just too many people are trying to upload at the same time or something like that, and it'll
Yeah.
crash for a little bit.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
still, now there's like that. Did they part ways? Like, are we done right now? And they just haven't announced it. Like, are we going to find out before everyone else?
Well, so far so good. My run synced today. So
No, well, we'll see what happens. What else, guys? That was the big thing I really wanted to bring up.
Well,
yeah,
that's big news right now, right? In the running world, anyway. The Strava versus Garmin.
I know. We do have the Chicago Marathon this weekend.
That's right.
Woohoo!
Did you see that Kira D'Amato and I think it's Clayton Young, right? That are
Clayton
going to
Young Clayton Young, and then I think Emma Bates all signed up for Valencia, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So that's the big one. But on the lead motor car, Kira D'Amato and Clayton Young are going to
Oh.
be spectating.
Cool.
So
That'd be cool.
yeah, huh?
That'd be cool, especially if Connor Mance does what he's trying to do.
That's what people were saying. It's like they're going to get a front row seat to just cheering on Connor Mance.
Oh, that'd be fun.
I don't know. Well, I don't know if Connor Mance is going to win. He's not going to win the marathon, I don't think. But
No, he's trying to break the American record, which is 2:05.
205 and change, yeah. But he'll.
Yeah, and change.
We'll have to see.
I know.
Chicago's a popular place to try and do it.
It is, and the temperature, the race day temperature is supposedly going down.
Hopefully, because it has been predicted to be pretty warm. As of
Yeah, I
like
was gonna say it's been a pretty warm October so far. Yeah.
Yeah, but race day morning it's looking like low 50s, high of 62.
Still
But that's
warm.
that.
Yeah.
It's still pretty warm. Yeah.
Yeah. But last year it was in the 70s, and I threw my goal out the window at mile 8.
Was it in the 70s?
Yeah, it did. Remember, there were people that.
Yeah, it ended up being pretty warm.
Yeah.
It was bad. Like I was 20 minutes off my goal. I was like, this is so bad.
Yeah, I brought up that I was in Chicago last week, and I just remembered while I was there thinking that because I brought warm stuff to wear, and I got there and I was in shorts every day. Like it was pretty toasty. It was in the mid 80s in the middle of the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see. I mean, hopefully it does calm down. I think at the highest level, it probably doesn't have as much. It has an effect, but they train for that. Like they know how to adapt to it to an extent. I think it's more of all the other runners, like the non-elite runners, that are more affected by it because they train in the conditions that they live in, and they train part time, right? Like it's easier or harder for them to adapt to that heat adjustment.
Yeah. Chicago, is that one of the majors that starts earlier? Because I know, like, New York, the corral I'm in starts at like 10, something like that. But I feel like Chicago starts earlier.
It was like 8
And
last year.
Yeah.
8 or 9.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's a huge advantage.
That early? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess Boston starts a little bit later than that, doesn't it? And,
Boston,
okay.
yeah, we started at like 10 is when we started.
Yeah.
It all depends on what wave you're in, but I think I was wave 7. at Corral, or I don't know, Corral, I don't know, whatever it was. That was the 7th group to go. It'll be exciting. Yeah, we'll definitely have something to talk about if Connor breaks the American record. He has a real shot. Like
he does.
He's
absolutely.
Yeah, he can definitely do it. I don't think he'll win. I could see him maybe in 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, but he's definitely tapering hardcore. He was doing 130 miles a week, and this past week he did 80. So he's definitely hardcore tapering.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a 2.5 month taper into the Jacksonville Marathon. So
I think that's so smart of you and so humble of you to admit that to us. Thank you.
I'm doing a mid-block taper to where I'm taking a break right at the peak of the training block. Taking it completely off, going on vacation. And then I'm going to come back, and then I'm going to start my taper.
There you go.
That's a bold, in the words of Dodgeball, that's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out.
In the words of who? Wait, what?
Dodgeball.
Oh, Dodgeball.
Yes, absolutely. The greatest movie ever.
That's a bold move, Cotton.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the best movie behind Idiocracy.
Did you guys see that Idiocracy is on Netflix?
I was just going to say, it's on Netflix now. I saw it pop up. I was like,
I saw that pop up, and I looked at my wife. I was like, do you think they're trying to warn us of something?
I was happy to see that. I really was.
On a other serious note, though, back to running. I don't know. Curious, running playlists. How many of you have any Bad Bunny songs?
Oh, I love Bad Bunny.
You love Bad Bunny, really?
So okay.
I don't have it.
So
I'm not saying, I don't mean that disrespectfully. I know that sounds kind of bad. I haven't heard. I'd heard of Bad Bunny, right? Didn't know who he was. Realized who he was. Found out like who he was. I thought he was a DJ, like because I just knew the name Bad Bunny. That sounds like a DJ name, right? Like Danger Mouse, whatever. So I had no idea who this guy was until he was announced as the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah. He's got some good songs. He hosted Saturday Night Live this past week.
I saw that, yeah. There was some good clips, yeah.
So funny. So funny.
Well, I'm looking at it now, and I gotta be honest, guys, I've never heard of this guy.
Yeah. Again, like I'd heard of him, but I had no idea like what he was.
He's got some good music. He's from Puerto Rico. So,
right. So it's all Spanish.
Yes. But he's learned English very quickly. And I mean, yeah, he's got some good songs to run to. I mean,
well, my running playlist consists of Soda Pop, Golden, Tear It Up.
So that's who the musical guests were on Saturday Night Live when he hosted, was Huntrix.
So I saw them so you're right. Was he the one? They had a skit where he kept like imagining them, and then like on the third time he actually came out and sang behind them. Okay, so that's him.
And like people were actually turning into demons on the
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I do have that entire soundtrack on my playlist. I'm very excited for it. All right, guys.
Those songs aren't bad.
There's good ones on there. They're catchy. I don't know. It's just.
those are on here. New Crash Adams, New Portugal the Man, Glass Animals have a new song out that's on my running playlist. There's a new Limp Bizkit song on my running playlist. There's a new Limp Bizkit song called Making Love to Morgan Wallen. That is the name of the song.
Oh, Lord.
I added it to my running playlist for that reason alone.
Oh, my
Making Love to Morgan
Wallen. Oh,
it is a Limp Bizkit song to its core in the sense that I wouldn't call it a beautiful work of art by any stretch of the imagination, but does it make you chuckle a couple times because of the lyrics, because Fred Durst is a weirdo? Yes, it does. And does it make you want to bop your head around? Yes, it
Does
does.
this sound
So
like the 90s Limp Bizkit?
it's a Limp Bizkit song. Like I said, it's a Limp Bizkit song.
How are you guys feeling about the newly created Linkin Park band, the new female lead singer?
I haven't listened to the music. I mean, I was such a big Chester Bennington fan. Like that, so much respect for him. So I don't know. I haven't listened.
They're really, it's just not the same band,
It's
right?
not
Like
the
it
same
really
at
is
all.
a different band. I don't know. I'm kind of like hit or miss, really. Like there's sometimes, like I think the first song. What was the first song they came out with? The Emptiness Machine, maybe.
Yeah, I don't remember like the names of the song, but
Yeah, but like that one, I remember the first song I heard. I was like, okay, yeah, not bad. But then I heard some more, and I was not nearly as impressed. So, like I said, hit or miss.
it's hard. Those are tough shoes to fill, right?
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
like that. It's just, I don't know it'll ever be the same. I am looking at my playlist, just recapping here. I have a bunch of Falling in Reverse. I like Falling in Reverse. I have a bunch of NF, which I know, Chase, you said you're not a huge fan of. I have a bunch of Skillet. Like, I like Skillet. I know they're a Christian rock band, but I like them.
So I've
Imagine
actually got a
Dragons.
song. No, never mind. That's Switchfoot. That's
Chase, you
different.
remember Andrew WK?
Oh yeah.
Got some Andrew. Do you know Andrew WK, Carolyn? You don't know the
No.
Party Hard song?
we will party hard.
Party Hard. A bunch of.
Let's get the party started. Let's get the party
That's all he has. It's like 5 words the entire song, but.
When it's time to party, we will party hard. Party hard. Let's get party started. Let's get this party started.
Look up Andrew WK
When it's time to
on
party, we
YouTube.
will
It's
party
just,
hard. Party hard.
it pumps me up
Oh,
every time.
Pretty accurate karaoke there, Carolyn. If I'm not.
WK. That's exactly how I pictured this man.
Have you seen the bloody nose picture? Is that
Oh my lord. Yes, and then the wolf. That is exactly how I pictured this man.
So I try to keep my running playlist
Oh.
at 100 songs or less.
well, I don't
So right now I've got 4 on here still from the Disney the Disney punk rock CD, A Whole New Sound.
nice.
I've got 4 songs from K-pop Demon Hunter. I've got
Can I guess the 4
3
songs?
MGK songs, and I've got 5 Jonas Brothers songs on there right now.
Heyo!
Yeah, I have 2 Jonas Brothers songs.
That is my running playlist at this time.
Oh man, okay.
I have 2 Jonas Brothers songs, so
Dude, their new album's pretty awesome.
yeah.
Pretty good.
Gosh. Wait, which 2 Jonas Brothers songs?
I have it's "Love Me to Heaven" and "Loved You Better."
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mine are, let me scroll through here. Tantrum,
Oh, good one. Good one.
Greetings from Your Hometown, Tables, I Can't Lose, and
Okay.
No Time to Talk.
Oh.
We're speaking
Telling you, that new
Carolyn's
album's
language
pretty
right
fire.
now.
So, fun fact. So, when the Jonas Brothers lived in Grapevine, I was in middle school. And my friends and I would talk, we'd be like, you know what? We need to just band together and convince someone's mom to just take us to Grapevine. Like freaking stalkers. Like, I realize how bad that sounds now. But we were like the biggest little Jonas Brothers fans on the planet.
I'm going to throw out a suggestion to all the listeners. If you want to pump up your running playlist, if you haven't heard of this guy, look him up. I'm going to pronounce the name wrong, but it's Hanu Mankind. Have you heard of that? Hanu Mankind? Am I saying that right?
I have no clue.
I don't know.
Look him up. Oh my goodness. Hanu. That's all one word. HANUMANKIND. And the first song you want to look up is "Run It Up."
Okay.
Like that's what you like. Just look at him on TikTok even. Like he's all over on TikTok. He's huge.
Oh, is he that one dude that like sang that one song that was real popular for a while?
He's like the Indian rapper guy.
Yeah.
So his first big hit was "Run It Up," and then he did, or not "Run It Up." It was, yep, that one. And it hits hard when he actually starts. Like,
I know what you're
gets to
talking
the end. So that's his second song. His first song before that, even better.
Is it Big Dogs? Yep. Okay.
That one, like, you play it for a second and you hear the beat in the background. You're just like, oh my God, you can tell it's going to be a hard song.
Something's going to go
playing it already. We can't hear it. But anyways.
I put it on mute, but...
Yep.
Sorry.
I love the beat drop.
Oh, yeah. That was that soundbite that was going around forever, yeah.
Okay, now I know.
Yeah, that was a real popular soundbite for a while.
It's
yeah.
It hits like it's just a hard hitting song, and I love it. So check those out on your playlist.
Yeah.
My playlist is available if anybody wants to look at it. Chaser No Pacers running playlist on Spotify.
Ooh, I need to follow you.
Go check it out.
On Spotify other than this, I got to do some more.
I have my marathon playlist that I just constantly add to, but there's like 4 hours worth of songs.
That's what I just try to keep. I'm over 100 now.
Mm-hmm.
But I try to keep it at 100. So whenever I go over 100, I go back and delete some of the older ones to try and keep that list a little fresh. And then I move them over to like I've got like a punk rock playlist and like a hard rock playlist. So I'll mix them into different playlists at that point.
Yeah.
Because I'm weird like that and OCD and whatnot.
All right, I just followed you.
Well, I'm proud of all of us for not going on a movie tangent, and we mixed it up and went on a music tangent.
Music tangent?
Music power.
Look at us.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Well, hopefully on the next episode, we're talking about a new American record in the marathon.
Yes.
And a settlement between Strava and Garmin of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
Or Strava can just go take a hike, whatever.
Sure. That too. We'll have an update for you, one way or the other.
Yep.
Whatever, man. I'm going to Greece.
Enjoy.
Peace out.
Cool. Well, Carolyn, where can people find us?
People can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, all at RunTok Live. You can email us at runtalklive@gmail.com. Let's see. You can find me on Instagram at Carolyn M. Levinway or TikTok at Carolyn McDuff. Chase, besides Greece, where can people find you?
I'll be just for a week, but you can get a hold of me on any of the social media platforms, Chaser No Pacer, generally where you can find me, or you can just email me, chasernopacer@gmail.com. Jake, what about you, man?
You can follow me mostly on TikTok, but TikTok and Instagram at The Cultural Runner.
All right. Well, this has been a fun-filled 60th episode of RunTok Live. Don't forget to check out the rest of the brands that we rep. I usually do put them in the description of these episodes. So if you're a Brooks fan like Carolyn or a Alter Ego fan like me and Jake, go check those things out and check out our discount codes while you're there. Carolyn, get that look off your face. Come on.
We're not hating on the Brooks brand.
We're always hating on Brooks around here. All right, everybody. Deuces. See you later.
I like the stab. The last little stab.
Yeah.